Alright, now in this example, we are told a following statement here, and then we're asked whether or not it's true. So I'm going to read the statement out. It says, my investment portfolio fell 20% last year. So let me pop that up there. Last year. But then it rose 20% this year. So it fell like this, and then this year it went back up 20% this year. So at least I recouped my losses. So in other words, this person is saying, my investment fell 20% last year, but then it rose 20% this year, so I broke even, I didn't lose any money. And they ask us, is this true? Well, this would be a lot easier to do if we actually had a value of the investment, and thankfully it does give it to us. It says, suppose that you invested $10,000 in the stock market last year. Okay? So my starting investment is $10,000. How much money would be left in our portfolio if it did this, if it had a 20% fall and then a 20% rise? So, let me grab my calculator for this. Woo! Okay, so, got my calculator. Now, when the money falls, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take our initial investment and subtract 20% of that initial investment. Now notice I put the 20% as a decimal, I put it as 0.2. So I'm doing the 10,000 I started with and subtracting 20% of it, 0.2 times the $10,000. So let me just chuck this in the calculator. 10,000 minus 0.2 times 10,000. And that gives me a value of $8,000. So last year our investment fell 20%, and so at the end of that year, this is what we now have in our investment. So now this year, starting with this amount at the beginning of this year, because this is what we had at the end of last year, our amount rises by 20%. So on the previous one, I subtracted away 20%. But now I'm going to take what I have now and add 20%, not subtract because we're gaining, it's going up, but it's not 20% of what I had at some mystical time in the past. Ooh, no, it's the amount I have right now. And right now, I have $8,000. Let's pop that right there. So let me put this in the calculator. 8,000 plus 0.2 or 20% of 8,000, so 0.2 times 8,000. And when I do this, I get $9,600. Notice that we went down to $8,000. That was 20% of what we had. Now we rose up to $9,600. That's 20% of what we have now. But we did not break even. We still lost some money. And so, how much money would be left if it fell 20% and then rose 20% again? Well, we would be left with $9,600. And so that answers their question about how much would actually be left if that happens.